Well, I'm stupid because that shit was on mute the whole time, bro. This is pathetic. I did all that goddamn talking. I just talked to y'all for 20. Bro, I talked to y'all for 8 minutes, bro. And it was on mute the whole time. I didn't even read the chat. The only reason I knew it was on mute, shout out to my wife. My wife just came up here and opened this door and told me there was no sound. That is the only way. I am an idiot. I'm an idiot, man. But anyway, Happy New Year to everybody. Welcome back to the LeVar Walker Show podcast. We in this motherfucker. That's right, y'all. When you make them mistakes, when you fall down, jump back up. Don't worry about it. I've bombed on shows like that too. And I get back up and I get them back to laughing. So we gonna just push through. We're gonna push through. So to everybody that didn't hear me, I'm here now. My sound is good. I don't know why the mute button was on because it typically, once the intro and shit play, I can just talk. This must be some shit StreamYard change or something. But nevertheless, let's just start from the beginning. Happy New Year to each and every one of you guys. And before I get any deeper, I just want to let you guys know January 17th, 18th, and 19th, I'm going to be in Birmingham, Alabama at the Stardome. That's right. I got 4 shows, one on Friday, 2 Saturday, and 1 Sunday. You can go right there to LeVarWalker.me, get those tickets, pull up on me. I'm going to be at the Stardome. That's MLK weekend. That's right. I will be telling jokes on the top of the mountaintop. So come out. We're going to have a good time. And if you live in Birmingham, unfortunately, the Martin show got canceled. And Martin was doing his show that weekend. So there's really not a lot to do. Just pull up on your boy, man. I'm going to bring the heat. I'm bringing new jokes. I do some old jokes at request. It's up to y'all. Because a lot of times people come to my show and be like, man, I want to hear that one joke you do about the man on the opioids and all this shit. And I typically try to just get rid of a lot of bits as I go because I'm posting heavy on YouTube. Shout out to all my new YouTube subscribers. If y'all are in here watching, just say what's up to me. But we're here. That's right. Stardome, Birmingham, Alabama. I'm on the way. We got 15 more days. And I'm going to be there, man. So I'm here. Welcome back to the LeVar Walker Show podcast. I hope y'all had a good New Year's. I did. I just chilled, laid out with family. I don't typically go out on New Year's Eve unless I'm working or getting some money. I have no reason to want to spend or be at a club around a bunch of people I don't know and watching all those people sit in sections and look at their phones. I have there's no reason for me to be at that shit. I like to be at the house in the comfort of my home where I have VIP seating, okay? Where I have unlimited food and drink. I don't have a bitch with hookah in my face trying to force me to buy. I don't have somebody say, you sit here, you sitting in the bottle section. The fuck? No. I sat here with my family, some friends, everybody just sat around and we just took it in. And that is the best way to go. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't do club shit. I stay away unless I'm performing, unless I'm telling jokes. And sometimes they might have after parties and shit like that. I don't even like going to those. I like to do my job and I'm out because I'm old, you know. I'll be 48 this year. I'm 50. You know, you round that shit up, and I've done some things in my life, but I don't want to be sitting up in no goddamn club. Fuck a club. I don't even know why. Look, I'm not gonna judge anybody, but no, I am good. But listen, Birmingham, Alabama, Stardome. January 17th, 18th, 19th. I'm on the way. We 15 days out. Pull up on your boy. Get those tickets. LeVarWalker.me. I can't say it enough and how important it is for you to pull up and get some jokes, man. And with my jokes, I typically have punchlines. Like a lot of motherfuckers don't have punchlines anymore. They're just talking. It's like a TED talk, like I'm doing now. I'm just basically talking on this podcast, but I'm not here to like necessarily hit punchlines. But a lot of people are just like, yeah, and I live in Minnesota. It's cold, and people get little giggles and shit. It's very weird to me, but I'm not here to judge anybody's comedy because everybody's comedy. If you got a fan base and they like your shit, then you got something. It's all art. At the end of the day, it's like the banana duct tape to the sheetrock. It's worth 10 million to somebody. And if I was an artist and I like really painted and the guy sold that shit for 20 million, I would be so mad. Like I would be mad. I guess that's how you could feel sometimes as a comic because you see certain shit winning. You're like, what the fuck? But that's just the human side. You don't want to accept that side because you don't want to grow bitter because we have enough bitter and angry people in the world. And we don't want to start off 2025 like that. Also, too, I apologize to you guys because I typically do this every Wednesday, and I did not do my podcast Wednesday due to the fact that I had some drainage issues. My nose just kept running. I ended up just sitting in my underwear and a robe all day, and my nose was draining. And every year this happens to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the pollen, like when the temperature change and the pollen or whatever, I just sneeze and my shit just runs so much. It's almost like that meme I had posted on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, like that's literally what was happening. My left nostril is running right now, but it was stopped up. The right nostril was clear. You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of unclogged it, but it just kept running. My nose was running like a damn faucet, man. And then I went and hit it with some steroids. I hit it with some Flonase because y'all know I was a pharmacist. I'm still a pharmacist, just not practicing. But I knew what to use. Little Flonase, hit myself with some antihistamines. But I just felt so like groggy and shit. And I was just really beating around the bush, like just not doing nothing. And I felt bad. I felt nasty when I was just laying up like that. It was really weird, to say the least. But speaking of weird, I'm going to be at the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama, January 17th, 18th, 19th. You can get those tickets right there. Look at that. Right there at LeVarWalker.me. Go and get the ticket and pull up on your boy, man. But yeah, it's been good, man. It's been a good year so far. I'm just blessed to be here with you guys, blessed to have health, family, friends, and everything in between. And also, too, shout out to the Noops. Cap Alpha Psi, our Founders Day is coming January 5th. We are having Founders Day. A couple of old school brothers hit me up. I'm going to go. Yes, it's interesting. Somebody's in the chat. They said, hey, people don't know you're a doctor. Okay. So I have a doctorate degree in pharmacy. I don't like to necessarily consider myself a doctor. I have a doctorate degree. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird because it's like when I was working at CBS, and as y'all seen in the jokes, and I'm giving you some chips and you calling me doctor, it was just weird to me. Some people want, you to call them doctor back there as they're ringing the cat food, and that's fine. To each his own, but to me, it was just always weird. The doctor degree was a definite clinical requirement to get through pharmacy school, and I did that. So yes, it is. And it's a real doctorate degree. Shout out to all of the others who getting them fake ass doctorate degrees. I see y'all. I'm not going to call you out, but I will say you're being judged by people that really went to school and took board exams and put up with all kind of shit and jumped through hoops of fire. Like, you're being judged. You won't be called out, but people with the real doctorate degrees are going to laugh at you behind your back. It's going to happen. I'm just being honest, because I lost weight trying to get that goddamn. That shit was hard. It was hard, man. I lost weight. I was getting depressed. I was failing tests and shit. It was rough. It was rough. You know, it was difficult. It was a difficult. Pharmacy school was a difficult mountain for me to climb because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Simeon High School, Chicago public school, and it was underserved. And I don't want none of my people getting mad, but it was just, it wasn't built for sciences. So it was like when I got to Xavier University, it was literally like I was climbing. I felt like when I got into pharmacy school, or even when I started studying the sciences, it would be the equivalent of getting the fattest person, finding the fattest person you know, and putting them on a track with Olympic track stars. And you tell the fat person, you better keep up or you're cooked. That was my pharmacy school experience. And that is how hard I had to work only to tell jokes for a living, which is crazy to me. Sometimes I'd be like, damn, this is a very interesting transition, but it also shows you too how bad healthcare in this country is getting, to where pharmacists are becoming comedians, physicians are becoming podcasters, and nurses are whoring. Nurses, when you look at a lot of not all the nurses, but a lot of the nurses I see on IG, they're selling pussy. And it's, this is what healthcare has become. It's not necessarily their fault, but they're selling ass, okay? And they're doing OnlyFans and doing all kind of shit, just to keep sanity, just to stay alive. Because in healthcare, the insurance reimbursements are getting lower and lower. They're working the shit out of everybody in healthcare, and the insurance companies getting richer while working the shit out of the healthcare workers, and at the same time pimping the insurance companies are pimping the healthcare workers, and at the same time pimping the customer. So, and they wonder why people actually were happy when the CEO of United Healthcare was deleted. They wonder why they scratch their head like, why would anybody be happy about that? It's symbolic. Symbolic. That's why they're happy. But listen, I'm going to be at the Stardome January 17th, 18th, and 19th, and you can get those tickets right here at LeVarWalker.me. Go and get those tickets, because y'all pull up on me in Birmingham, and we're going to have a good time. And we have a really big crowd. This is the first time. We got about 150 people in here. Typically, I have about 20 people. We got 150, man. So shout out to y'all. And shout out to all 15 of you watching this on Instagram. So it's about 155 people watching. So that is where we at. We're going to talk about a couple of things today. Then we're going to do our call-ins. So the first thing I want to address is the Joe Budden. Joe Budden was found outside of his apartment complex of trying to go into an apartment ass naked. I don't know why Joe Budden would be trying to enter not even his home, but the wrong home ass naked. Joe Budden said that he was sleepwalking, but there's no way in hell you are sleepwalking while trying to put in your PIN code to get into the apartment. And then you realize that, oh, this is the wrong apartment, and you turn your naked ass around and you found your right apartment to walk your naked ass into. And what is happening now, everybody's getting like I don't say everybody, a lot of people are getting money right now. The podcasters, this social media shit is putting bread in a lot of pockets. And a lot of people are moving in the areas and they're moving in the neighborhoods where people are like, who in the hell is this? Now, Joe Budden does his podcast in his same apartment complex that he lives in, and it's an expensive place. And the people, and I'm not going to even just make this a black or white issue. This is just an issue of convenience. If you're paying $7,000 or $8,000 a month, you want to come home to a quiet place, a place where you can relax. You don't want to be in a environment where you hear like niggas talking and hollering and screaming and noise, and then you see a naked ass man walking through the damn apartment complex. Nobody wants that. This is not a black or white issue, and I'm not going to make it that. This is ridiculous. So this is what has happened. Even I watched Kai Cenat be interviewed on Shannon Sharp, because these streamers are taking over. Okay, they are dominating in entertainment. So shout out to the young streamers. I'm a little bit jealous. There is some jealousy there. I want to make $3 million a month hollering into the fucking camera and doing a backflip, and then maybe even Kevin Hart to show up to spend the night on the floor at the fucking house. This is where entertainment is gone. And I'm going to say this right now in this podcast to each and every one of you: start you a podcast too, because everybody should be famous. It's just what it is. This is the only job we're going to have left. We just sit around, we look at each other and watch each other's podcasts. This is it. This is where we're headed right now in this country. The robots will just do all the work and the AI take over. But all we can do is just sit and look at each other. That's where we're at in this country right now. Okay? They're not producing shit. They're not. Even as a pharmacist, it's like, I really I'm keeping it a buck. I am a pharmacist, but AI is here. Do they need us? You got the machine to spit the shit out, and do they need us? Really? I'm just being honest, and I'm not. Shout out to my pharmacy brothers and sisters. I want to see y'all at my show, so get your tickets. I'm gonna be at the Stardome January 17th, 18th, and 19th. But I'm just saying, what is happening to society? All this technology, the self-driving cars, the AI, and not just AI, but we're going to another level of what's called quantum computing. Quantum computing is a whole nother level. So right now in society, we are at what's called the theory of singularity, where technology has consistently gone up like that, you see? But now we're at the part where it just shoots straight up into the air and is exponentially growing. This is where we're at right now. So I'm going to tell everybody, man, do what you do. Do what you do. Just don't believe in them lying ass gurus on YouTube and all these people that are wanting you to buy their courses and the ebooks and all that bullshit, because I've never met any billionaire. Why hasn't Elon Musk said, I'm going to tell you I became a billionaire. I became a billionaire because I took an ebook. This ebook course that I took from such and such. I read his book and I attended his YouTube seminars, and that got me. Like Warren Buffett, Elon, nobody with money has ever said they used the ebook. So I don't. And then you think about this, right? When it comes to a lot of the self-help gurus and these courses and shit. So it's like, you're telling me that you've made so much money, and you're not even in Forbes, but you've made so much money where you go, ha, I've made so much. I want to teach others how to make money like me. so I can increase my competition because I've made so much money that now's the time to make less. It's insane to me. So I don't trust a lot of that shit. Like it's really weird. So, but yeah, but Joe Budden, tell Joe to call me, man, and quit walking out the house with your naked ass. And them white people, they about to get your ass up out of there. They're gonna come together, and I don't mean to make this racial. Let me take that back. The people that just want the people with means and just want a decent living. There's some blacks too that'll probably want your ass out of there too. There's some black. Everybody in that building wants you out of there. They tired of this shit. I could not imagine if I had little girls and my babies see your naked, nasty ass walking around the apartment complex, man. I'm going to the board. I'm going to be the leader of the board. I am filing complaints. We got to get him up out of it. We got to evict his ass because this is what's happening right now. And even I was, like I said, I was watching the Casanat thing, and Casanat was talking about, like, because he's getting money. And, you know, they get these big mansions and they got all these cars and this money, and they in their 20s. And the people, the wealthy people that are in these areas, like, wait, these guys got to be selling drugs or something. No, they're just on the internet talking shit all day. And this is the wave now. So everybody adapt, because this is where we at right now. So moving right along, my heart, thoughts, and prayers goes out to the people in the city of my alma mater, New Orleans, Louisiana. I watched I saw some video footage of this guy, the shooter. It was very, very sad. And I'm, you know, because when I go to New Orleans, I'm always on Bourbon Street. When I go to homecoming, we always on Bourbon. You drinking, you getting fried out there, and it was really sad. And to come into 2025 with that kind of energy was just really, it's like, what the hell is happening? And I don't even know the guy's reasoning for doing that. They say he was kind of down on his luck. He was a real estate investor. He lost all his money. And I mean, he probably, you know, was reading some books or just brainwashed himself and joined ISIS or some shit, and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go and take some people out, and then I'll shoot at the police and have them take me out too. And my heart really goes out for those people. I would tell them to call me, but unfortunately they can't. And I'm not saying that this is not to be a joke, because this is a serious issue, and it shouldn't be played with. It just shouldn't. But people are losing their minds. And we probably are going to start seeing, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but we're probably going to start seeing more of this shit as Amazon begins to lay people off due to the rise in the use of the robots. Amazon facilities now are running 70% with robots, 30% humans, and they want to get to about 100% robots within the next 5 years. So I don't know where society is headed, like I say. And that's why I said earlier, start you a podcast too, because this is going to be one of the last jobs we have left until Facebook and Instagram basically copies our likeness and images, and then we're not going to realize it, but we're actually watching artificial intelligence talk and act like humans. That's the next level. And to all of my influencers, content creators, AI, they're going to have these realistic AI people and shit, and that's probably going to take the jobs too. It's unfortunate, and I don't mean to be doom and gloom, because we are in 2025. And with that being said, I'm going to be live at the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama, MLK weekend. January 17th, 18th, 19th. And I need you guys in the building, and you can get those tickets right here at LeVarWalker.me. Go and get those tickets. Come out. We're going to turn out. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to bring real jokes. I'm going to bring punchlines. I'm going to bring characters. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm going to bring characters. It's going to be a great time. Ain't no ticket free. Look at his ass. He's free ticket. Ain't no ticket free, chat. Andy Moore, hell no. Buy the ticket. Go to LeVarWalker.me and buy that ticket, man. Because I'm coming to take your minds off of problems and things that you could be going through. That's my job. I am there to relieve the tension, to relieve the stress. Okay, that's what I'm coming to do. I'm coming to tickle your funny bone. Should I say pause after that? Everybody say, I'm so sick of fucking pause. Pause. Every nigga, pause. I went to the store. Pause. Like, what happens if you don't say pause? There's a dick flying your mouth. What happens if you don't say pause? Like it's almost like you think it's being about yeah, you know what I'm saying? So then I was with the homie. We in the car driving over there. We chilling, talking on the phone. And then he don't say pause. And then he's attacked by like a gay person in front of his friend. And then his friend was like, man, I told you should have said pause, man. Damn. I'm using that. I am going to use that on stage. I'm going to see how that works. I'm going to act it out, and you guys can watch it on my YouTube page, LeVar Walker TV. I don't like the pause shit either. I don't care, nigga. This has been a great show, even though the first 8 minutes was in silence. So when I post this, I'm going to have to edit this shit and cut it down until I get to the talking part. Oh, what else do we have? Las Vegas, right back to back. Guy pulls up in the Cybertruck in front of Trump Towers, takes himself out, and then blows up the Cybertruck. Oh, hold up. We just got somebody in Super Chat, the brother Jonathan Soul. Yo, shout out to Jonathan Soul, man. Jonathan, you have been one of my biggest supporters, man. Every time you come in with the tip, Jonathan just blessed me with the $4.99 tip. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate you. That is a great question. Jonathan asked, could an AI lawyer get Diddy free? Could he? That's a great question, Jonathan. Maybe right now, since Jonathan, you asked this question, why don't we ask ChatGPT? What question should I ask ChatGPT? I'm going to ask ChatGPT how they could build. How can you build a defense case to get Diddy free? No, build it. I'm sorry, not how. Don't do that, Andy. My ticket ain't no $400, bro. If you don't go on that site and get the ticket, Andy. Do I say build a case? Build a strategy showing Diddy's innocence. I'm gonna say, let me see. Let's see what it says. Oh, this is interesting. So I just had ChatGPT Build a strategy showing Diddy's innocence in his current case. And ChatGPT says Sean Diddy Combs currently faces serious charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. To establish his innocence, a comprehensive defense strategy could include: number one, this is great, Jonathan. I appreciate you. Number one, challenging the credibility of accusers. That's the first thing. Scrutinize the backgrounds and motives of the accusers to identify inconsistencies or potential biases that could undermine their allegations. That's great. Number two, presenting alibi evidence. Provide concrete evidence such as witness testimony, surveillance footage, or electronic records demonstrating that Combs was not present at the locations where the alleged incidents occurred. Number three, disputing physical evidence. Engage forensic experts to analyze and challenge the validity, handling, or interpretation of any physical evidence presented by the prosecution, aiming to create reasonable doubt. Number four, highlighting procedural errors. Identify any violations of legal procedures or rights during the investigation or arrest that could lead to the exclusion of certain evidence or even dismissal of charges. Number five, asserting innocence. Maintain a consistent narrative of innocence, emphasizing the lack of credible evidence directly linking Combs to the alleged crimes. Number six, exploring affirmative defenses. Consider defenses such as consent where applicable to counter specific allegations, provided there is supporting evidence. Hey, bro, I think the AI lawyer could get Diddy free. It set it up in 2 seconds. Hold on, Jonathan. So let me see. Andy Moore, I was your biggest supporter when you were on Life and Beth. I shut down my corner to watch. Thank you, Andy. Andy was one of the only people that watched me on the show Life and Beth on Hulu. Y'all can watch it right now. It's currently streaming. We did 2 seasons of Life and Beth. Unfortunately, the show came to an end. Shout out to Amy Schumer for bringing me on to that show. And shout out to everybody I work with over there, Kevin Kane, everybody that I work with, Yamanika, everybody, Gary Goldman, everybody, man. Shout out to them. That was just such a great experience. I did that show. It was like a dream come true for me because, you know what I mean? Like that, I never thought I would even come in no crosshairs of Amy Schumer or any big time comic. So that was just such a great thing. But yeah, Jonathan, I believe that they're going to use ChatGPT in this. This ChatGPT shit is wild, bro. Like it's really, really wild. So it's what it is, man. What else we got? No, we were talking about the Las Vegas. I don't even understand. I don't even know this guy's motive of deleting himself and blowing himself up in the Cybertruck in front of the Trump Hotel. There were pictures of that, and people are taking the pictures with the Cybertruck lit up and there's smoke in front of the Trump Hotel, saying this is what 2025 is going to look like, which was pretty creepy and scary. The only thing I could say is maybe this guy was protesting due to the fact that they want to implement foreigners to work on the H-1B visas, which allows foreigners with specialty skills, such as in tech, to have specialized visas to work in America. Now, a lot of people, and I'm not making this political because who's ever watching this, I voted for whoever you voted for. And that's for everybody watching, all the 100. We got about 204 people watching right now, about 19 on Instagram. But for everybody watching, I voted for whoever you voted for because I'm not getting into politics. But these H-1B visas are basically taking guys more qualified from India, from China, and they're getting these good tech jobs. Now, The thing about the H-1B visa is that I believe they're paid a lower wage, number one. And number two, if they don't keep the job, they'll be deported. So it's almost like this visa is like being some type of indentured servant or slave. And it's blocking out, I guess, naturalized citizens or Americans from getting these jobs. Now, I will say this in regards to MAGA, Republican, or whatever, they would say everybody want to get rid of the immigrants and you want to get rid of DEI. DEI has to go. Cool. All right. So we do the H-1B visas, the Chinese, the Indians who probably have a higher tech background. Hire them. You got to stand on this shit. And this will affect white men. It's what it is. But don't move the goalpost. Do I think it's fair or unfair? I don't know, because I'm not in tech. But I mean, if I was a billionaire, I would probably want the cheapest labor with the highest return, because that's what capitalism is built upon. So I don't know. It's wild though. It's wild. And we talked about that. Okay. Jonathan said the Las Vegas Cybertruck, cops say dude burned up, but his ID card survived. Oh boy. Yeah, we in a pickle, man. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully maybe the aliens are just, the orbs and shit and all this alien activity we've seen. Hopefully they'll just come down and maybe we'll be friends. But I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they'll come down to save us from ourselves. Maybe that'll help. And then we could just come together as a human civilization and love one another. I would hope. I don't know. Mohammed, what's happening, bro? Shout out to Mohammed. Mohammed, I see you mention me a lot to do them videos about a lot of this stuff on Facebook, brother. I appreciate you. So shout out to Mohammed, man. I mean, it's interesting because it's like you want to get rid of immigrants and build a wall, but then at the same time, you want to import immigrants with specialized skills so you don't have to hire Americans because the American worker will want more money. So, hey, fuck it. Life is not fair, right? And this is just what it is. It's just politics as usual. I told people a long time ago, no matter who wins, I don't think life will change that much. And I'm pretty sure that'll be true. What else is going on? Jay-Z, man, is fighting this lawyer, this Eric Busby guy, Tony Busby, whatever his name is. This is very weird. This guy opens up this case. They bring in Jay-Z. Diddy's just having the worst time. Look, my condolences go out to any victims, my prayers. But I am starting to have a little bit of empathy for Diddy, basically because his children, his family. It's so crazy, man. And then me being a black male and being a fan of hip hop and just seeing like, y'all don't understand, bro. Like, we have watched all of our heroes go down. And I'm not making an excuse for them, but like, damn, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy. Now y'all want Jay-Z, bro? Like, what the fuck? And I mean, the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes on and on. And even with R. Kelly, I saw where somebody was just getting on this person because they mentioned playing R. Kelly's music. R. Kelly was a genius. I play his fucking music. I'm just gonna be honest. I listen. All right. His music doesn't drive me to want to be a pedophile or anything like that, but I do enjoy his art. And I also enjoy the art of Elvis, right? Elvis married Priscilla Presley, which, I mean, he started fucking with her when she was 13, 14. What is the difference? Could somebody explain that shit to me? I know the difference. Kels is black. It's fucked up, but it's what it is. This shit been going on since the beginning of time. But nobody wants to hear this truth. That's what I need to change the podcast to. Nobody wants to hear this truth. Bro, Russell Simmons. I mean, they didn't get Russell. Russell was smart. Russell got his ass over to India, man. Dude, I did a Zoom with Russell Simmons, bro. I was on this big ass Zoom. It was like Russell Simmons, Lunell. It was a bunch of people, George Wallace, all these people on this Zoom. And I said, yo, Russell, I'm being joke. Yo, Russell, why you didn't put me on death? Yo, you probably wasn't funny. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga. I stared at him just like that on the Zoom in the box. But it's wild. They're not coming after Morgan Freeman, man. If they put Morgan Freeman in jail, I just don't know. But with the Jay-Z thing, the allegations just seem crazy. Because let's play devil's advocate. Let's say that this victim is telling the truth. Let's examine what this truth looks like. I have a son. My son he's 9, he'll be 10. Also have a niece. My niece is 12, right? A little bone, 13 years old, bony, just they children. So if this is true, 13-year-old girl, she leaves home, I'm guessing in pigtails and a Dora the Explorer book bag. She gets in a car with a friend who drives her for 5 hours. 5 hours away. Parents, I guess no parents are home. Nobody's asking, where's this girl? So they drive 5 hours to New York, to the VMAs, where there's heavy security, paparazzi everywhere, people taking all this shit. Because at that time, everybody had a phone. The friend that drives the young girls, I guess, she just gets out of the car. Now she's walking around Dora the Explorer book bag, pigtails. And she's in the mix. She sees all these limousines, all these trucks, SUVs. And she begins to tap on the window. And there are people everywhere. And this little girl is just tapping on random limousine windows until one limousine driver goes, hey, little girl, today's your lucky day. You're Diddy's type. And at that point, he puts her in the back seat of the car. This guy. He's risking his own freedom. He sees a little girl. He puts in the backseat of the car. She got a little book bag. Maybe he gave her a Lunchable, some gum. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say this really happened. All these grown-ass people see this child. All the cops that are around doing security, they see the child. Nobody says a word. Nobody utters a word. Even the friend who dropped her off, who just dropped her off and drove. This was before Uber. So this bitch was just a Uber driver in the year 2000. So that little girl with book bags, oh, she's walking around. And driver goes, yeah, Diddy, yeah. You wait here. I'm going to take you to the after party. And so the driver walks this little girl in with the book bag. Oh my God. Let me stop. Let me stop the show. Paul Sharp has given me the biggest tip. Paul Sharp. Paul Sharp. His name is Paul Sharp. Paul Sharp just dropped $100 off in the chat, y'all. Paul Sharp. Paul Sharp. Hit the button. Paul Sharp. That was great. But let me get back to it. So the little girl is walking around. Okay, so she's there, and I guess, yeah, little girl, I'm gonna take you to the back to meet Diddy. And I guess she's just in a room, and Jay-Z and Diddy show up. Oh yeah, this is the one. It doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen, because there are victims everywhere. I'm just saying, I personally don't believe it. It's what it is. Tony Busby should be disbarred for this shit. I don't care. I'm gonna stand on that. I'm standing on that. This is ridiculous. It's frivolous. It does not make any bit of sense. And for the fact that her father doesn't remember this happening, the band members who she said she talked to, they were in the Midwest doing a concert. The house, I don't even think that exists. This man should be disbarred. And I hope Jay-Z drops that hammer and gets him up out of this. This is just being real, man. I'm going off my feeling. I am not a lawyer. Like, everything I say out here, I just see shit and talk. There's no research. FYI, I know people like, no, I don't. I just go off of my feeling, and I'm talking. And while I'm talking, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be live at the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama, January 17th, 18th, 19th. And you can get those tickets right here at LeVarWalker.me. You can come and get those tickets right there. So pull up. And I guess we can wrap this up now. This was great, man. Thank you again, Paul Sharp. You are the man. That was super love, bro. I did not do a Johnny Cochran impersonation, Andy Moore. I was just talking from my heart. I'm not swinging on no Russell Simmons. Y'all is crap. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? I'm glad y'all told me to turn that sound off. What is wrong with me? Is this on? Am I back? Am I back? Yo, am I back? Did I come back on? I'm always doing something, bro. All right, cool. I'm back. I'm back, guys. Somebody just text me. I'm about to call everybody now. So we're going to go through this. And I guess the question that I would want to ask is, the blatant attacks. Why are people? It seems to me as we continuously advance in society and as people become more famous, are we developing what's called tall poppy syndrome to where you want a person to get big but not too big? Is it human nature to want to tear a person down that you look at as famous, that you have looked up to, and you're like, man, enough. This person has lived a high life for too long, and they have to go. Is this where we're at as a society? The attacks on Jay are just wow to me. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. So I'm gonna take a couple of calls. Let me hook this up to here. We're gonna take some calls. Um, and basically, these calls will be about it. Do you feel as if Jay-Z is innocent or guilty? This is what the calls will be about. Okay. That's called being a hater. Well, look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the call in right now. Y'all can call me in right now. And please, we're gonna stick to the point. We're gonna get right to it. Because I want to know, do you feel there's an attack on hip hop? Do you feel that there's a blatant attack on Jay-Z just for being a billionaire? What do you think? What do you guys think? So you can call that number right now, 818-927-3112. Call me, and I just want to hear your opinion on this. So y'all can come on in. Y'all can come on in, call that number. 818-927-3112. I am back. And this is a great show. We got our highest amount of people. We had 205 people. Man, 140 people watching this shit on Twitter. But shout out to my YouTube, everybody on YouTube, and shout out, I don't know what's going on Facebook. But shout out to everybody on Twitter because shit, I'm getting love. Y'all gonna call the number? Or did y'all call? Let me see if somebody called. Not yet. All right, I'm gonna wait about 2 more minutes and I'm getting the hell up out of here, man. Okay, well, we're gonna end this. Well, listen, guys, this has been great. When I'm off of here, it's over. So don't call me. Don't blow up this phone when I end this. This is great. Hit the like, subscribe button. Shout out to everybody on Twitter watching. Damn, Twitter pulled up. And shout out to everybody over on Facebook, definitely YouTube. But once again, like I said, guys, Birmingham, Alabama, Stardome, January 17th, 18th, 19th. Pull up. This has been our show. I'm wrapping this up, man. This has been another episode of LeVar Walker Show podcast. Oh, we got a call right before I was leaving. Here we go. Hello? Hello? Oh, God. Hold on, man. Let me hook this up. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Wait, give me 1 second. I'm having some technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. I got to switch this audio. Oh, my gosh. I didn't have my roadcaster. Oh my God. One day I'm gonna get some money and get me a real producer. Hold on. Oh my God. Because I want these people to be able to hear you.
Okay, I'm patient.
Give me 1 second. Hold on. Insane. There we go. Let me hook it back. Hello? Oh my gosh. What am I doing wrong? Hello? I can't even hear. Damn. Hello? Hello? Man, this is trash. I don't know what happened. Oh well, I'm gonna have to play you through my speakerphone. What's happening?
Everything's good. What's up?
Man, I'm good. Hopefully, let me make sure they can hear you. Can y'all hear her on here? Just say something real quick.
Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all hear?
Testing.
Yeah, I got the speaker to the mic right now. But anyway, okay, who do I have the pleasure of speaking to right now?
My name is Lisa.
Yo, shout out to Lisa for calling in. We got Lisa on the phone. Lisa, do you feel that there's a target on hip hop? Is there a target on Jay-Z? Is Jay-Z guilty or innocent?
I think Jay-Z is innocent. We share a lot of personality similarities. I'm a psychology major, and his personality type is supposed to be an INTJ, so he's supposed to be intuitive. Basically the archetype is like a mastermind, and he's a Sagittarius. And so just knowing his personality and listening to his music, being a big fan, I can't see it.
Okay. And do you think
I can't see him doing that?
Do you think Diddy is guilty?
Yes.
And what is Diddy guilty of? What is he guilty of?
I think he does have some sexual perversions, appetites that to get out of hand. He is an over the top type person. So I don't think he's necessarily guilty, because I know how it goes. I know how girls get into it and want to be around famous people. But I think he's just getting bit in the ass with his, sexual appetite and perversions and things he want to do. So people just coming for his money. But I don't necessarily think he's guilty. I can't really
right, because it's not illegal to be freaky.
Yeah.
Being freaky is not illegal. And do you believe he was messing with children?
I don't know that part.
Okay.
I don't know that part. I could, because I'm a spiritualist, so I could look into it, but that stuff is not that important to me. But I have a sense that some things may have gone wrong, because his choice in women is very interesting. I've been in kind of crazy relationships too. So women that stay around men for money and stuff, the men are usually off a little bit. Like they've probably done some shit that could come back and bite them in the ass.
So you say you are
I don't know.
You say you are a spiritualist. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Could you explain to us what a spiritualist is, please?
So it's probably exactly what it sounds like to y'all. I don't align with a certain religion or anything. I do have spiritual practices, and I live a routine spiritual life. Like that takes precedence. Like anything I do, any choice I decide to make, it's going to be through the lens of spiritualism, or it's going to be a spiritual lens on top of it. So I'm not going to go buy a car or go date a person or do anything without checking in spiritually.
Okay, that's dope. Okay, cool. And what's your zodiac sign?
Sag.
Okay, I'm a Virgo. I don't know. Could you tell me something about me?
I sensed you was a Virgo. I really did, because, and I know y'all like, oh, somebody's spiritual don't say that anyways, but no, because how you was describing, like, going through the story of the 13-year-old, I'm like, only a fucking Virgo is gonna get this down to the damn details of what's happening.
But it's just analyst. It's like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, this is a baby at the VMAs, and at that time, this is when people really, and at this time, I'm like, yeah, he got every detail. Yeah, but this was at the time we really even watched the VMAs, so somebody would have been like, hey man, somebody somewhere in some hood would be like, hey man, who that little girl? Why that little girl at the VMAs?
Right.
Why that little girl there, man? What that about? Like, yeah, it would have been an interview with that guy. This is Vlad TV. Right. We got the guy who said, who was a little girl at the VMA. Man, when I saw it, Vlad, the girl had on the back a book bag. It was a Dora the Explorer book bag. And that was her. Like, so. Now, what part of the world are you living in?
I'm in the middle of the map, OKC.
Oklahoma. That's what's up, man. I played Oklahoma one time. I think I did Tulsa one time or something. It was some little bar. It was pretty cool. I like Oklahoma. That's what's up, man. But, well, if you know anybody in Birmingham, Alabama, please tell them to come see me at the Stardome. I'll be at the Stardome January 17th, 18th, and 19th, and they can get those tickets at LeVarWalker.me. So I appreciate you calling in. I'm going to keep it moving, man. And bless you, and Happy New Year, all right?
Happy New Year. Take care.
No doubt. That was a great convo there. What's up, Patrick Deshaun, man? We just in here chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? It's here we getting down, Jugs. But I'm going to wrap this up, man. We took one phone call. We've been here about an hour, 10 minutes. I'm sure Instagram is getting ready to shut me down soon. We're good, man. This has been another episode of LeVar Walker Show podcast. You guys tune in each and every Wednesday night where we make magic, okay? And also to go to LeVarWalker.me, sign up for my email list, as well as get tickets to see me live in Birmingham at the Stardome, January 17th, 18th, 19th for MLK weekend. So pull up on your boy, man. I'm out. God bless. Good night.